Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I get dressed for Iaido. I'm Ali and I've practiced Muso Jikirin Eishin Ru in both America and Japan since 2003. In this video, I'm going to show you how I like to get dressed for Iaido, with tips especially for Lady Iaidoka. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Before we get started, let me say that I am not a Kitsuke teacher. I'm giving you tips as an Iaidoka. There are many correct ways to wear a montsuki and a hakama. So, if you do something a little bit different, that's totally fine. However, feel free to try any ideas that you learned from this video. The way I get dressed is still changing and evolving over time, and I just want to pass what I know on to others. So, let's get started. Montsuki or keikogi, hakama, hanjiban, koshihimo, kakuobi, towel, safety pins or eritome, tabi, magic belt, and a sports bra, which is not pictured. Before you put on your montsuki or keikogi, I recommend wrapping a towel around your waist if you are a lady or a man with a narrow waist. Why? Because if you don't, during practice your obi can rise up and move around, and you'll find yourself fixing it constantly. Much like 1920s fashion, the ideal silhouette for kimono is straight and tube-like, which we usually accomplish with a lot of padding. This applies to both men and women. However, for Iaido, we also need to be able to move around easily. So I compromise and only wrap one towel around my waist. First, you need a towel like this. It's a typical towel that you'd place next to the sink. An old one that you don't use anymore is fine. First, fold your towel in half lengthwise. Then wrap it around your waist. While holding it in place, wrap a koshihimo around it and fasten. As you can see, it helps fill in the curves at your waist and back and will give your keikogi a smoother base. Next, I put on my hanjiban. Make sure you arrange your collar left over right and shut it with your second koshihimo. I also like to put this elastic summer weight magic belt over my koshihimo to keep my stomach area looking nice and smooth, and also to help keep my hanjiban from getting disheveled during practice. Another handy tip that I have is to use either a safety pin or an eritome to help keep your collar in place. that's basically what I wear underneath my Iaido uniform during practice. You maybe noticed that I'm wearing long sleeves, and that's because right now it's very cold here in Japan. So I've been wearing long sleeves underneath, but during practice, sometimes, especially during tests, you can pull your sleeves up and still be nice and warm during winter. Now, during summer, I usually skip the towel and often even the hanjuban and just wear like a t-shirt or something light underneath my montsuki because a lot of dojo here in Japan do not have air conditioning. So I tend to prioritize not getting a heat stroke over looking good and feeling good in my practice clothes because frankly, you're not going to feel very good during summer practice. Next is your montsuki or keikogi. Put on your keikogi or montsuki. If you're wearing a montsuki, make sure the sleeves of your hanjuban are inside the sleeves of your montsuki. Make sure your collar is centered, then arrange it left over right. Check that your kamon are centered. Next, I'm going to show you how I like to tie my obi. I always tie my obi using katabasami musubi, but there are many different ways to tie your obi. Please continue using the way that you like, or if you want to, you can try out katabasami musubi. Take your kaku obi and wrap it around your waist. You can wrap it to the right, Kansai style, or to the left, Kanto style. Both are correct. I prefer to wrap my kaku obi Kansai style, so I go to the right. Wrap it around until you have 3 layers. If you have a lot of extra obi at the end, fold the excess under and finish tying your obi. Now, spin your obi around so the ends are in the back. Arrange and smooth out the fabric of your montsuki. Once again, you can hold your eri in place with either a safety pin or an eritome. In this case, this practice top is machine sewn, so stitches are too tight to use an eritome. So I'll be using a safety pin. Next is putting on your hakama. Hold the front of your hakama and step in. I tie the himo with a simple box knot. Make sure the himo goes behind all the other himo. I tie the himo in the front in a very neat knot. As you can see, the towel gives the montsuki a nice smooth base to rest on. And helps keep your obi from rising up. I hope this video helps you practice Iaido comfortably. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.